Okay, Brad, I've been flying a lot lately.
Congrats.
Thank you. And I feel like every flight is pretty much the same. It's an early flight. I sleep the whole time, and I get off the plane, and I say thank you to the stewardesses.
Yes.
Steward. What would be the male steward?
Stewart.
Stu.
Yeah.
And I say thank you to the pilot. I don't know why, but I said something other than thank you to the pilot. I think I woke up. It was a good sleep, and honest to God, hand on the Bible, I got off the plane and I told him good night.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it was early in the morning?
Yeah, it was like 7:30.
All right.
I don't know.
Hey, good night.
I had my AirPods in too, so like I don't have a great idea of how loud it was either. And I just was like, what is wrong with you? You just told him good night.
Do you ever, I've fallen asleep on some planes recently. Do you ever feel weird thanking the stewardesses or flight attendants, excuse me, like when they didn't do anything for you? The pilot, I'm very thankful for.
Flight attendant, thanks for nothing.
Yeah. Would have appreciated a Coke Zero to go, you know? Yeah. I also have a story. It's kind of funny because I unintentionally didn't tell Catherine for like a week and a half after this happened. So then when I did tell her, it was like, made me feel very guilty about it. So on the way to Scottsdale, it was Gunnar, me, Garrett. We were getting in the plane, and I did the little early bird special on Southwest, paid another $15 for a better boarding position. So I was up there without them. And there was this woman right in front of me who she was going to Scottsdale for her bachelorette party. She had the bride sash and all this stuff. And I mean, she was young, but I didn't find her especially attractive or anything. I promise. I was like trying to emphasize that to Catherine. And as we're walking on the plane, she's right in front of me. She goes through, and people are like getting really excited, like, "Oh, bride!" And then this flight attendant sees me, and he's like, "Oh, is this the groom?" And I kind of laughed. I was like, "No, I wish." And I was like, "Why did I say that?" I had my wedding ring on and everything. And I was like, I don't know if it was just as weird. I didn't know what else to say. So I wish. I was like, oh. And so then I didn't tell Catherine for a while. And then she's like, why did you say that?
And then you told us around some chips and queso a few days ago. And it was awesome.
And I said, good night. So.
I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners podcast.
All right, we are back with a very fun episode for you guys because this is one of the only times we've ever done a podcast with a live studio audience.
Yep,
Make some noise.
Yeah.
Very fun. This is all.
That was like they were like doing like a pam pam pam, but it was sounding like a meow meow meow.
Yeah.
A meow 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 meow.
It's been so fun. You guys have heard us been hyping it up and talking about it for months, but it's finally happening. We're on the Ghostrunners Getaway Florida trip. We got 30 people packed in this living room right now, and it's been really, really fun. We have a lot to talk about.
Oh yeah, it's just been the perfect weather the entire week. That's why we're filming inside. Just if only there was a rhyme to remember that April rains a lot.
Yeah, that would be nice.
April rains bring May. Good stuff. Like they said, April showers, I don't know, bring whatever. But
no pain.
We had no idea that it was going to rain not the entire week, but it's been a little rainy, but it has not turned down the vibes, has it? No, not even close. So
yeah, it's been good. And it's a good excuse to come in and podcast. And we shot a G-Shorts video also while it was raining. And so, I think we're just going to walk you guys through what this week has looked like, maybe some fun stories. We got a third mic here. If anyone feels like they're being misrepresented or, need to tell their side of the story, you can hop on here. But I guess we'll start with, we flew in early before all the ghosties.
Came in on Tuesday.
Catherine, and Isaac.
Yes.
Fun crew.
It was a great crew. Yeah. You guys had to get up. You and Isaac got up at the wee bit of
our flight was
the thing. The
5-something, 3-hour layover. And but yeah, we got here and we went to our first Airbnb, which does not sleep 36 people. And it was in like Shrek's swamp.
Yeah, dude.
Or something. I don't know.
It was like the bad part of Florida. Like,
yeah, and the swamp didn't even really have water. It was like a drained, like not even a successful swamp.
Like, yeah, it was the kiddie pool of swamps. Like you could wade in it maybe.
So it wasn't that nice, but all we really needed to do was sleep there. And but it was kind of fun because we were reading through the guest book. And some of the guest book entries were like, saw 5 snakes in the swamp, which I don't know if it's a positive or negative. But then they also said, saw 1 dolphin in the creek, which if you had seen the creek, there has never been a dolphin in this creek.
No, this place was like a landfill. Like,
yeah, it was like, I don't know what the piping was. I don't know if it was sewage or water or something, but I mean, just exposed piping everywhere. I don't feel like dolphins aren't showing up.
If the dolphin was there, it was like floating ashore because it was dead from whatever the water was there.
Saw a sleeping dolphin.
But I will say, Isaac and I were intrigued by this. And so we went out there to like look for snakes, look for anything. The only thing we found really was mosquitoes. But like on the dock, we're like, what if we see an alligator? Which is like the most like Midwestern thing ever to be like, I bet there's alligators here, bro. You know, everywhere. It's like, yeah. And so we're on this dock and we're walking around and Isaac's like, dude, look at all these minnows right here. And so I step forward to look at the minnows. Oh. And I bet if I had my foot on this wooden plank for another half second, I would have been in the swampy lake thing.
Minnow
like it was this completely rotten piece of wood on this dock. And I mean, it cracked quick. And Isaac started dying laughing. I was laughing hard, but
good thing you're swift-footed.
Good thing I am fleet-foot. Yes.
That night we also went to the cutest little restaurant.
Oh boy, did we!
What was it even
Catherine
called?
chose it. It's just a great choice by Catherine. We were trying to figure it all out, and it's Jake, me, Isaac, and Brooks, Catherine's brother, who's our private chef for the week. Yeah, give it up for Brooks. Come on, Brooks. And yeah. Just amazing food all week. And then there's Catherine. So there's 4 guys and Catherine. And, they had a few suggestions. They're like, this pizza place looks good. And Catherine's like, I don't know. That place looks kind of basic. Or I don't know. That place, I don't know what her reasoning for not wanting to go to this pizza place was. She's like, well, this place called Bellyful has good reviews. And it's suggested by the people at the Airbnb.
Bellyful.
And so we're like, great. We go there. And it's like worse than any of the other places. Like ambiance wise, it is not like the classic cute 30A. It is a hole in the wall kind of place. And tell them about our waitress and the changing of the names of the pizza. I thought that was really funny.
Oh yeah, she was like, I think just trying to be like this cool waitress, and
they had pizza. They had random stuff, but we ordered pizza.
I ordered pizza. I ordered the spaghetti pizza.
Spaghetti and meatballs.
Not as good as you think it'd be. Shocker.
It had spaghetti like underneath the cheese, and Jake's like, yeah, no, I think I want that one. Yeah.
There's a lot of red meat too, so I didn't really get to eat much. But
I was really worried, by the way. You ordered the same with red meat. You're like, I can just pick it off. And I was like, dude, if you get sick this entire trip, so you did.
Kind of rolled the dice, but so I ordered pizza, and then someone else ordered pizza, and so she was like, this always happens. A couple weeks ago we changed the names of the pizza, and I've just been going nuts ever since.
This woman was convinced, and the name, like the name change was, I think I ordered like the Meat Lovers Pizza, but they call it the Meats Pizza now. Which is like, ever since we changed it to the Meats, people are loving this thing.
And we're like, oh yeah, no, that makes sense.
I'm like, I think I would have ordered it no matter what. But
you can tell she was the one who suggested, like, maybe we change the names, and now she's like, you're
very
welcome
proud
for all the business.
And then we had this kid. We didn't know his age because people don't usually ask strangers their age, but you thought he was like 13.
I said 13.
I said 17. I was like, kid looks like he shaves, but he doesn't drive here himself yet. Like he's able to, but he doesn't. But we had not gotten our food yet. Like they did the thing where we ordered, they bring out the plates to, let us eat afterwards or not eat afterwards, but like when they bring out the food, we have our plates, and he comes up to us like 5 minutes later. He's like, you guys all finished here? You guys ready to clean up? And we looked around like, what?
We just sat here. There was nothing. I was
like, you think? He's like, oh, that makes sense. So I was about to say, you guys are the cleanest eaters I've ever seen. I was like, the napkins are on top of the plates, like unused.
And I was like, see, he is 13.
Yeah.
No way 17-year-old makes that mistake.
Maybe so. So
anyway, that was the first night. Well, also the first night was when we put all the goodie bags together.
Yeah, that's when it started getting real. So tell them about the goodie bags.
I'll tell them about the goodie bags. Okay. So I think they're not technically a podcast sponsor, but Vulcan Pickleball. Yeti. But they're great. Dusty is a listener. He works for Vulcan. He's been listening for years. And so we've had this kind of relationship trying to figure out something for Jean Short, something for Ghostrunners. And even though they're not technically sponsoring it, they still are like, hey, we want to get the Ghosties something. And
boy, did they.
Yeah, they did. They got each person like $150 pickleball paddle for free in there. What's it inside of? Oh,
probably just like a normal like drawstring bag,
like a burlap sack.
You know, just something you could find with some potatoes in it. They just dumped out the potatoes, right?
Dump out. Yeah.
You know,
that's the thing, Brad. No,
not even close.
No, a very nice embroidered. Screen print, personalized. I don't know this industry.
Yep.
Personalized with each person's name on the bag. It said Ghostrunners. Really nice bag. Yep. So we dumped everything in there. So Vulcan's been great. They were awesome. And then inside of it was a tumbler filled with some goodies from Main Street Roasters.
Main Street Roasters, shout out.
And also we had the Ghostrunners. Does anyone have the Ghostrunners t-shirt?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Patrick, you want to show them? Yeah. Show the shirt. So that's pretty fun. And what else was inside of there?
We had Chike Sampler Pack. We had a schedule for the week, which I worked way too hard on for something that changed very quickly. And we had the signed plywood, like from the original plywood walls from your basement. I cut up some of that and we signed pieces of that for them.
Yeah, if you guys were listening, watching in 2020, the blue walls were pretty fun. And anyway, when we tore it down, we're like, let's keep some of these. I don't know what for, but we'll need them someday.
Yeah, it was crazy though, like putting it all together. That was when it was like so fun to anticipate because we were like, all right, what size shirt do we need for the, we were like doing this assembly line thing. We're like, okay, Brandon, like, I don't know. Who's Brandon again? Let's figure it out. It was like we knew names, but we didn't know their personalities yet. And then all of a sudden we've become friends with all these people and it's so fun. So
I was trying my best going off of basically zero information to match up pickleball paddles with the people. I don't know what data I thought I was.
You're like, Lisa's going to want this one, I think, for sure.
I don't know.
We nailed it.
Absolutely nailed it. Okay.
That was the most work I've done all week, was that. Yeah, that was the first night. And then next day was Wednesday, and that was when everyone got here. It was fun.
Yes.
A lot of airport
runs.
runs.
Talk about a win on a Wednesday. Oh, boy.
That was great. Yeah, they were just so fun. Starting to slowly pick people up, and a lot of people drove, but we're still picking people up from the airport. And yeah, people were just slowly getting here. And 5 p.m. the gates opened,
yes.
And we just had a fun little evening. Had a little orientation to start it off.
Yep.
You want to tell them about the barking?
Oh yeah. So throughout the day, like the rental property or the rental company that we rented this house through kept calling me, and I'd also called them for different things, but they kept calling me and they're like, "Hey, just wanted to know. This is Eric from 360 Blue. We're just curious. Do you guys have a dog in your house? We've been hearing some barking from some of the maintenance guys that have come." And I'm like, no dog. And then, 15 minutes later, hey, this is, Sadie from 360 Blue, just checking in. There's the strict no pets policy, right? And we're like, I promise we don't have a dog. And I think I got 3 calls like that. And then that night at the orientation, I was like, so let's pull a prank on some people. And if you don't know what else to say in conversation, first night you get to know people, you don't know the next question to ask, just let out a quick bark,
Yeah.
So
Brandon named it the doghouse.
The doghouse.
Yeah.
So here we are.
But also our neighbors have dogs.
Yes.
What's that about?
It's like, hey, yeah, Sherlock Holmes. It's probably next door. Like, how hard is this to figure out? It's not us.
I ain't no rat, but maybe look around.
But check on the other side of the fence.
Yeah, somebody's got a dog.
Yeah, so that was kind of a fun way to start. But yeah, the first night we kind of did a quick orientation. Then we also introduced some competition that we've been doing the entire time. Basically, we're using rubber bands as currency. Show them the bands, Jacob. Hello.
Here are the bands.
So, ruffle them up there. So we've just been doing random games, random things. We kind of have just hidden Easter egg bands around.
I love hiding bands.
And it's fun to watch somebody see wait. The best hider of the band was definitely Isaac McDonald.
Yeah, he went all out.
So, is he here? Is he around? Ike, you want to come talk about your perfect band hiding?
There's a mic.
We got a third mic right here for you.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, let me shout out Isaac McDonald. So Isaac, obviously, he was our mystery guest. We didn't tell anybody that he was coming.
Super special.
And then accidentally, when we picked up we picked up Rachel and Kaylee, right? From the airport, we just kept telling stories and then, yesterday Isaac was putting the stuff in the bag, or Isaac and I were on this dock and whatever. And then we're like, oh, I can't wait for you guys to meet our mystery guest. You're like, you realize you've said his name 10 times in conversation already. Cool. But Isaac has been honestly invaluable on our trip, just serving so well alongside Brooks, getting everything ready, getting the vibes up, being very relational, but also just very servant hearted. I think, how many trips to the airport do you think you made that first day?
I just made 2.
Okay.
Yeah, just 2.
Well,
Just 2.
I made
So
2.
not that
Well,
great.
okay, yeah.
Could have done better. Yeah.
But the second
one of them, I mean, Adam. I picked
the
up
second
late.
one was late. Yeah. Kosh didn't get in. He was very delayed, and so he was not until like midnight or something like that.
But Adam and I, we had a good time, didn't we,
Yeah.
Adam?
Come on, babe.
Yeah, we had a good time.
So anyway, but yeah, we've been doing this rubber band game. A lot of it's just like, hey, let's play a game, and if you win, you get a rubber band. And at the end of the week, there's gonna be prizes for the rubber band. But we've also hidden some around, and I think Isaac had the best hiding spot of all. So go ahead and just gonna walk through your creative process for how you did this and exactly what it was.
Yeah, there was a lot of thought that went behind it. Not really. I saw Jake with the bag of bands. I'm like, hey, can I have some to hide around? Like, that sounds fun. So I threw some in some normal hiding spots, some in the boys' bathroom, some didn't throw any in the girls' bathroom, but
Sexist.
yeah, around the house. And I saw a bag of Cheetos up here, a bag of chips, and I was like, how do I get a band in here, but make it seem like it's a brand new bag of Cheetos? So then I went around. I was like, okay, a lady has to have a curling iron or like a
Sexist.
straightener.
Yeah, didn't ask Patrick for a straightener, but
Yeah.
Patrick, do you have a straightener?
I might have.
Do you?
Who knows?
Do you have a,
You don't
do you have a
know.
hair straightener?
There was one in the boys' bathroom.
Huh, I wonder where I got that. Thank you, Miss Rachel. So Rachel, she had a curling iron. So just like a round, if you're a guy and you don't know what that is, it's just a round hot rod. We'll call it that. Hot Rod, good movie.
yeah.
So I got that from Rachel, and I opened a bag of Cheetos, got a couple rubber bands, put them in there, and I was like, this is gonna be easy. And so heated up to about 405 degrees, and just put the iron straight on the bag, and it just melted through it and just ruined the curling
really?
iron. Not, it didn't ruin it, but it got some like plastic or whatever on the curling iron. I'm like, okay, I got to figure out. I'm not giving up here. I got to figure out how to do this.
Yeah.
So then I cleaned it up a little bit and got a new bag of Cheetos. And second time around, I was like, I'll put a paper towel, or not a paper towel, like a little towel on top of the bag and put the iron up to that.
The old towel top iron technique. Yeah.
And that wasn't working too well either. And so
doesn't work.
Oh, no.
then I took a rubber band and put it inside. I'm like, maybe I can melt the rubber band so that it sticks and stays shut after it like dries or whatever. That didn't work. But finally I was able to melt just a little bit of the bag and keep it closed. So I got the bands in there, and then I put the Cheetos back.
And then he played it really cool.
Yeah, that was what I was going to say. Yeah. So first of all, I'm down like sprinkling some around the outside, and I see Isaac come down with this Cheetos bag and a curling iron. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like,
Hot Rod.
oh, sorry, long hot rod. And and man, he's like, dude, I'm gonna do this thing with. I was
was
like, that's
jazzed
so
up,
fun,
dude.
It was so fun. I was like, that's great. And then yeah, not 10 minutes after he brings back up this Cheetos bag and puts it on the table with the rest of the chips, he's like, and FYI, if anybody wants to eat some Cheetos, there's Cheetos over here.
Like, we just had dinner and dessert, and we're in the middle of playing games.
I was
Yeah.
ready for someone to open it. I'm like, who's
Oh,
gonna
man.
eat Cheetos? Like, how often are people actually eating Cheetos? So.
And the funny thing was, like, Jake and I leaned into it, so like probably 5 times after. And by the way, there are Cheetos still over here, guys. Isaac wants you to know.
Cheetos.
And then finally, I think somebody
It took
kind
a
of
while though. If I didn't
yeah.
say that, it would
somebody
have been.
started kind of catching on to it.
Would have been a while.
And then Lisa Gluck, opened it up, found some Cheetos in there, and then everyone else was opening the other bags, and they're
Yeah.
like, I just opened up and ate all this Cheetos for nothing. But it was amazing. So
yeah, that was fun.
that was a good time.
Thanks for letting me hide bands.
Yes, yeah.
Good time.
Love hiding bands. I've also really enjoyed just throwing bands. You hear rappers talk about it. I
Yeah.
see why they like it so much. Yeah.
I mean, it's like rabid dogs. Like you throw a rubber band in the middle of like a
reminds me-
circle of 10 people, they will dive for it.
Yeah, it reminds me of feeding fish at like a marina, and
100%.
Yeah.
It's a little inhumane, but man, is it fun.
yeah,
Carpet
we had-
burns, yeah.
yeah. Janelle and Lisa dive at each other last night. So yeah, the band's been fun. We're doing all sorts of different games and competitions to earn bands. We did Puzzle Town was probably the most electric one. We
Yep.
just got like little 25-piece. Very tiny, small puzzles, and just like head-to-head matchups, 2v2 matchups. Catherine was kind of like the boss level that you work your way up to.
Yeah.
And you get to play the boss, and there's different, band payouts if you beat Catherine or
Right.
beat people by certain piece amounts. So it was great.
I was very impressed by Kat. And she was like, oh, I'm going to be very good at the puzzle thing. And I was like, yeah, you don't know though. And man, was she.
She was zooming. She also, she did get beat her first game. Sarah Flippo, I think, right?
Flippo.
Yeah. Shout out.
Maybe the true champion of it all. So Yeah. So let's see. Let's go back. So Thursday, just the first full day there. You guys went golfing. There's like, what, 7 of you that went golfing?
7 of us who went golfing and 7 of us on the entire golf course.
Yes.
Because it was raining that whole day.
Yeah.
You ever played golf when it rains the whole time?
Not the whole time. No.
Yeah, no, it's special. It's not bad. Oh, no, honestly, when we walked into the pro shop, the guy already had the radar pulled up. And I feel like he was just like mad that we were there. I don't know.
He's like, this is going to be an off day for me. I'm going to be able to go home.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so anyway, he already had the radar pulled up and like swivels his screen around. He's like, you want to pay for this? And,
Yeah, I will play 18. I'm like, what?
yeah, Laura was trying to get out of it. But I was just like, yeah, we're from out of town. We drove like an hour here. I, shipped my clubs. Yes, we are playing here.
Yeah.
And anyway, it ended up being really fun. I feel like everyone had a really good attitude. And we're just like, hey, it's still, I rode around in the car with Daniel Ming. It was a good time.
Heck
we were
yeah.
like, hey, we're still having a good time. It's warm. Still, it's warm rain.
Yeah.
And
That does make a difference.
yeah. So, yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, I feel like as far as like people coming to Florida for a wonderful beach vacation, first day just downpouring rain, everyone had a very good attitude about it. I was like, okay, we got to figure out some way to pass the time and make some fun things happen. So back at the house, we did a little bit of Speed Connect 4.
Missed out on
And
that.
I was like, because I was trying to stimulate the economy of bands.
band economy.
And so I was like, hey, if you can beat me in Speed Connect 4, I'll give you a band. And then I tried to make it more complicated. Like, hey, if you beat me, and you wager a band, then I'll give you 3 bands. No one really took me up on that, but tried to make it more crazy and everything. But it was like pouring down rain. We're like underneath the little deck area playing Speed Connect 4. We played some 0 to 100 game where you basically just are trying to write from 0 to 100 on a piece of paper while everyone else is trying to stop you. And it was fun. And then let's see, Thursday, what else did we do?
Then we went to the pool.
Oh, we went to the pool.
Yeah, the pool was fun. It was still like raining and it was cloudy the entire time we were out there, but I felt like an 8-year-old boy.
Yes.
That was maybe weird, but like I felt, I had fun with my 8-year-old
Yes.
friends. Like we were all 8 years old.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think you got.
I feel like, I don't know if that's truly the highlight of the trip for me, but that was a really fun time. Like some people were like just hanging out around the pool. Other people were doing what Jake was doing, which was amazing.
The day before, we went and got some acai bowls together, and I wanted to get a ball so I could show everyone my cool physics trick where I jump in the pool, send it to the moon.
And boy, everyone saw it.
And I got to do it again, and they went nuts. Again.
Yeah.
I got it dialed in now. But yeah, Rachel pointed out, she was like, hey, there's like a little like kid store over there. So I was like, ooh, I'll go find my ball. And then when I went in there, they had like some little like just water balls, a water volleyball. Mm-hmm. And I was like, Brad and I didn't talk about this. This isn't on the budget.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a hit.
It's going to be a vibe.
And so, I just bought some balls, and that's really all you need in a pool. And so, we were kind of tossing around. We're playing
playing for bands.
Yeah, I mean, we
did
12 different games were played that day. Like, all right, jump in the pool, and you have to answer a question incorrectly and also catch the ball.
Right.
You do that, band.
Yeah.
All right, then we moved on from that. All right, you're going to get 2 balls thrown at you. We're going to tell you which one to catch.
Yes.
Moved on from that. Dr. Ben Miller goes up to the 3rd floor. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Now we're in the big leagues.
Yeah. That's when it got crazy. He's like, I'm going to throw it down to you, catch it. And it was so fun. Just watching you, Dr. Ben, throw it down there. It was just awesome. And then eventually you guys were like catching it and throwing it to each other. And then there was one time where Ben threw it. So also Ben's wife, Courtney, has a cannon. Like, yeah.
And remind me again, has Dr. Ben, would anyone know him from the podcast?
I don't recall. Do you know Ben? If anybody said, I think he was the guy that pooped in it and had to, transfer the poop.
With his pants down around his ankles? Was
yes.
that it?
I don't think it had to be around his ankles, but I think he chose for it to be around his ankles. Yes, that was Dr. Ben.
Yeah. Fun to put a face to the poop.
Yes. Oh yeah. So
it was
fun.
just great. We just jumped in the pool over and over again. The very next day, I don't know if this is a direct correlation, but my nose was very tender. The only thing I can attribute it to is I think just jumping in the pool over and over. I think my nose just got hit.
What?
Like 100 times. What else would it be? What else? Chlorine?
No,
Yeah,
I
well,
think it's
chlorine makes me
it's
slice.
the water. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Something's afoot.
It was a blast in the pool. It was almost more fun for me trying to throw the ball back up into the 3rd floor, at this weird angle and everything. So, it was a blast. And let's see, what else do we do? A Wednesday. Any other memories from the pool that you guys loved, especially? Throwing the ball in the tubes, of course.
Tube ball.
Yeah, they had these 3 like hose things, and yeah, we're trying to get it in this little tube for the hose, this water feature, I guess is what you call it on a pool. And yeah, it was a good memory for Courtney because she got it, and so she got the band. Bands.
I think Thursday night is when we did Simon Says and Puzzle Town.
Yes, it was.
And fun.
I was giving you a hard time because eventually people caught on to Jake's. Jake was really good at the Simon Says.
Not good enough.
Yeah. But then the second time they kind of caught on to like when he's like, Simon Says, put your hand up. Okay, put your hand up. Or Simon Says, put your hand up. Or all that stuff.
Harder than it looks.
Harder than it looks. And then, but all he did was hands up, left hand up, right hand up, left hand down. And I was just giving him a hard time. Like, do some other things. But
that's all I have in the repertoire. Just speed.
You'll get there, baby.
Anyway, should we talk about one of our sponsors real quick before we forget to do that?
Boy, yes.
Yeah. Let's first talk about, we got a new sponsor. Alert,
okay.
New sponsor. Yeah, it's always so fun. They actually shipped us something to the house here, which is great. Maybe you saw me taking a drink of this. You're probably thinking, wow, Jake has changed. Look at him drinking this. I know this doesn't look like something that I would typically drink, but I promise you I'm enjoying it. So let that be the sales. I don't even need to say anything else. I am drinking this and enjoying it.
And you're liking it.
Yeah.
What is that?
It is, well, the flavor is pink lemonade.
Yeah.
But it comes from a company called Beam.
Beam.
Probably doesn't mean much. Turns out it does. It stands for Be Amazing.
Be amazing.
Yeah.
Be amazing. Be amazing. A-Z-Z-I-N-G. Be amazing. Be amazing.
I'm reading it. Yeah, you nailed it. That's exactly what they wanted us to say during that part. But yeah, this is great. There's like, well, I'm going to need to put this down to scroll on my computer. But there's about, I want to say, give or take 1 million fruits and vegetables in this one drink.
Yeah. All these little ingredients are what's in there. And they're all fruits and vegetables.
So yeah, they're just they're a health company, and what separates Beam from maybe the other companies in their industry is that they control the entire process. Mm-hmm. Does that mean anything to you, Brad?
100%. It means something to me. It means that they're amazing. Amazing. B amazing. Oh
no.
Amazing. And go ahead.
Mm-hmm. No, they're great. They take their quality seriously. They engage in third-party testing.
Sure. Most just do second parties.
Yeah. They're still too close to home. I don't trust them. Third party, you could trust.
And they probably don't have a full vitamin blend, though, of A, C, E, and B. A, C, E, and B, full vitamin blend.
But yeah, okay, I found it. 28 fruits and veggies.
Yes.
Just in like this little packet. You can throw in some water and boost immunity, reduces bloating, improves digestive health, and increases energy. You cool with all 4 of those?
Boy, am I. True story. I had some earlier. They shipped them all to us. I had some, and I was like, I like that so much that I got a second helping.
Second dosage.
Second helping of Beam Be Amazing.
Yeah, we were worried. Like, is anything gonna happen if I drink this? Just drink a gallon of this?
Feel good so far. Yeah, I'll let you know. Might be a little too amazing.
I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, they've got these little packets. You could toss in some water, but they've also got some gut health probiotics.
Hello.
Which they got back here. You just touch it. I'm not gonna hold it up, but
well, we worked really hard to make this look really nice. So
it's right here. So you can check that out. Go to I believe it's You Can Beam. Did I mess it up?
No, you're good. You're good.
YouCanBeam.com. And I believe it's code GRKC for 10% off your purchase. Mm-hmm. YouCanBeam.com, GRKC, 10% off. Get some greens.
And just be amazing today. Hey.
I'd say go for it.
Yeah, go for it. Be amazing.
Cool.
All of you.
Back to this week, Friday. What did we do?
Let's see. Oh, Friday. Beautiful weather.
I wrote nonstop action.
Nonstop action. The only time we stopped having action was when we went to the pickleball courts and there was too much action already there.
That's true. Elderly action.
A lot of older people, already playing there. But shout out to the Chrysler Pacifica, a.k.a. Daniel and Sarah Ming.
Pacifica!
Driving 10 people. 10 people in there. We get there and up comes the trunk. And is it Patrick and Gabe? Yes. Just comes out of the trunk. And I'm like, okay, here we go. We have some clips. Oh, yeah, put it in there. Timon, put it in.
Timon, you have to.
Yeah.
I didn't get a clip in time to put it in the edit, but maybe it'll be on the Facebook group. I don't know. Stay tuned.
But then, pickleball was too busy, so we're like, let's go to the beach, and the beach was just vibing. It was so fun.
Yeah, I also wrote down. I said sports almost everywhere, sunburn almost everywhere. Because we were torched. Because I think it was like, hey, this is the only like sunny day in the forecast. Let's make the most of it. So we were outside all day. It was, I was so just physically exhausted. I had like 4 strawberries and like a little like.
You were like nibbling granola without a spoon.
Yeah,
for
it was
breakfast.
a pretty sad sight for breakfast.
You're like having a conversation, like, oh really? Okay, okay, interesting.
It's like stuck to my lips.
2 hours from Philadelphia. Okay, interesting.
So that's all I had for breakfast, and then it was like we finally get to the beach and we played some 6-on-6 volleyball, which high quality volleyball. Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, good rallies. That was fun. Claps for volleyball. Yeah, we have so many volleyball people here. That was really, really, really fun. Played that for probably an hour and a half. Straight from there, then Gabe and Maddie, who brought like an entire Dick's Sporting Goods in their car.
They drove a Civic here, but you would have thought, I mean, it was like some magic Civic.
Where's the RV at?
It was like the Mary Poppins, where it was just like things kept coming out of the hat. It's like, what is going on here?
So they had all sorts of stuff. They, got there early and set up the volleyball court and the lines, and they also had spike ball set up. And I was like, yeah, I'll play some spike ball. So then we went straight to that, played a couple games of spike ball. Right after that, I'm sandy, I'm sweaty. All the sunscreen is running off of me. I want to get wet, go in the ocean. It was a blast. Bigger waves than it looked from the shore.
Yeah.
Powerful.
Whipped you around real quick.
Honestly, I remember checking the weather and being like, oh, there's like a red, like scary looking thing. I was like, what is it, thunderstorm? Oh, no, just rip current. Oh, okay, no worries.
Oh, please, yeah.
I like it didn't register. And then I'm out there, I'm like, holy cow.
Yeah.
This is powerful.
I feel like that often, like it'll be like, don't swim, high risk of, whatever. I'm like, I'm fine. I'm a big guy.
Yeah.
There was one wave, Daniel and I were out there. There was one wave. I got flipped over twice within I don't know. I didn't know I was able to do that. It was just, it took me for a ride.
I feel like I really bonded with Jensen and Gabe, like just trying to get out there to the waves.
Yeah.
It was beaches of Normandy.
It
and
was
like we were
wild.
like, push forward, soldiers, come on. Go! Put your shoulder into it. Yeah. And it was so exhausting just getting out to the waves. And then the first opportunity I took, I was like, all right, I'll try to ride try to body surf this one. And dude, my head hit the sand. I was rolling. I was like, I'm good. I think one
you don't know which way's up and which way's down.
Yeah. I was just protecting my head.
Totally.
And I was like, so got done with that, and then as soon as I get done, just getting the daylights beat out of me by the ocean. Then they're like, "Hey, we're thinking about doing." Jensen's like, "Hey, you want to do 2-on-2 volleyball? We're gonna play against Gabe and Maddie. They play in a competitive grass doubles league." I was like, "Yeah, of course, why not?" I'm the only person there who doesn't know hand signals. This was legitimate.
What do you mean
volleyball.
hand signals?
Hand signals, like, hey, in 2-on-2, it's like, where are you blocking? Where are you serving? Stuff like that.
Like, is it like while the ball's in the air, they do signals to each other?
Sometimes.
Really? Wow.
Sometimes just before the serve. Hey, here's what I'm planning on doing. Here's where you should serve, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, just saying that was intense. All 4 of those things together, I went and looked at my like fitness thing for my watch. I spent 30 minutes. So playing 2-on-2 volleyball, I spent 30 minutes. My average heart rate was 162 for 30 minutes. I think I almost died yesterday. That's what I'm saying. Because I knew, I was like, I'm very, very tired.
Non-stop action.
But Jensen.
But yeah.
It's 8 to 7.
Yeah.
And I was close to dying yesterday.
He's like just literally showing you 8 and 7. You're like, I don't know those hand signals, dude. I don't know. Yeah, we did get torched by the sun, but yeah, it was a great day in the beach overall. And then we went and played some pickleball with some people.
Yeah, we had very limited time, but I was like, Vulcan sent us all the paddle. We got to at least play pickleball a little bit.
Right.
So we got like 45 minutes of pickleball in.
Yeah, and the 45 minutes was enough for me to sweat like a really sweaty person.
Oh.
Yeah.
Put it like that.
It was wild. Oh. And then we came back from that, and we got ready to go on our Caribbean cruise. Tom Cruise goes on a Caribbean cruise. No, we went on a sunset cruise. That was another highlight for me. I thought that was really fun. Amen? Oh, amen.
Preach.
Just testify. So yeah, we went to that. It was a little bit of a drive, which was fun. I got some great time in my car. I don't know about your car.
I didn't get great time.
Not a good time? Okay.
No, I got great time. We all went around and talked about our parents.
Oh, dang it.
Talk about good time.
We'll get there next time. Yeah. That's sweet.
It's fun.
Just like favorite cookies of your parents, or like anything specific?
It was like, tell everyone, say, like, just describe your mom, describe your dad.
Cool. Fun.
Yeah. No cookies.
No cookies. And then we got to the got to the cruise. Cruise was awesome. Cruise was vibe. Well, first
A
of all,
little worried. We were.
Yeah, we
Kelsey
get
and
on this.
Amanda were nowhere to be found.
Wait, I didn't know about this.
Oh, I was freaking out. Yeah, we couldn't find Kelsey and Amanda. Yeah, and so
When?
Like when
were boarding
Leg
her?
Tat girl is, Captain Leg Tat was like giving us the instructions, like we're about to leave, and I was like, we don't have like Kelsey and Amanda, so then I'm like hurrying, going in Google Drive, finding the emergency contacts, or not emergency contact, but that sheet we have, and I found Kelsey's number, texted her, hey, are you on the boat? She's like, yeah, I'm sitting by the bar. I was like,
Yeah.
I declined your call on my watch. I was like, who is this? I don't
You declined the call.
yeah, I called, and
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, cool. No, just making sure you're hydrating. No,
Just thinking about you, you know.
just
Didn't know if you knew the end signals for get on the boat. So, so we first get on the boat. I don't know about y'all, but I was like, okay, they way overbooked this thing.
That's what I told Rachel. I was like, they're making too much money on this.
And the captain gets up in front of everyone's like, hey, is anybody on the 6:15 thing? Because it's the 6 o'clock one. And I was like, oh, good. Like half these people are going to get off. Nope. Like 7 of them got off. And so it was still pretty packed the whole time. But man, it was fun. First of all, just we got to see some dolphins as we're leaving. And I feel like most of us are from like,
non-dolphin
Midwestern areas. And so we were all just like, oh, dolphins, the fins, look at those tails. Oh,
Were you shocked at how slow the dolphins would breach?
yeah, a little bit.
That's
Were
what I
they-
said. I was like, these are on a track.
Somebody thought they were like, staged
I was
in
like,
there.
this is too perfect. They're just, I don't know. They were so slow. It was like gravity worked different for the dolphins.
They never jumped out. The second set did. Remember the second one? Later on. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
They also told us, they're like, yeah, so you might see some dolphins. Also, there's one whale here, which my theory is that is just to get
That's
people
just
like to
titillating.
come back next time. Like, we didn't see the whale.
Yeah.
Let's come back next time. Keep your eyes peeled for the whale. No shot. The whale is in this like tiny little area where there's live bait like being sold. I don't know.
I've never heard of whales in Florida. Is that a thing? I don't know. But then later on in the cruise, like they were like, oh my gosh, guys, there are deer on the land.
We didn't like.
And you should have seen how not excited we were as Midwesterners for deer. We're like, we see those all the time.
I feel like the dolphins are coming out of the water, and we're just kind of slowly turning, maybe catch up to the dolphins. But the deer, it was like, get to the shore.
Land ho!
Yeah,
Deer!
get it going. Yeah,
Deer ahead!
we got
the deer!
Yeah, they're throwing stuff to the deer.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looked like Funyuns. I don't know what deer ate, but it was something.
Reese's Cups. Yeah, they couldn't. I mean, yeah, these Floridians were like, gotta see them deer. We're like, we see plenty of deer, brother. Let's go see more dolphins and that whale. But we had a guy serenading us the whole time.
Jeff.
And yeah, man, Isaac, I think, became Jeff's best friend by the end of the night, was requesting all sorts of different songs from him. Mainly was trying to get hip hop acoustic covers done.
He did play You Got It Bad.
Yeah, which was nice.
That was nice.
Very good. Yeah, apparently I learned that Catherine knew like all the words to You Got It Bad.
Oh, that's an interesting one to learn.
Yeah. I'm like, really? She's like, I was in middle school when this came out. And I was like, okay.
I wasn't homeschooled for Usher.
No, yeah. 8th grade was a wild time for me.
That's a funny song to know a lot of words to. That's great.
I don't know what happened with, in your part of the boat because we weren't together, but also Jensen, Jensen's a great guy, very good looking guy. And oh boy, is he.
Who just hooped and hollered for that?
And as they're like introducing everybody on the boat, like the captain, they're like, we got Connor over, all these, and we got Jess over, and he just goes, oh, Jess. So I was giving a hard time about that. And then Jess comes over later. We all had like one free drink ticket. And, Jensen's like, hey, what would it take? Throwing on his charm. Like, what would it take over here for me to get one more? And she's like, you could sing me a song. And so Jensen sings her like this like beautiful, like acoustic-y like song. And she's like, that was way better than I thought. And she gave him another sangria. Which I'm convinced that sangria was just like watered down juice. Like that thing did not have anything in it.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone else had a margarita, but it was just lime juice.
Really?
Yeah, there was nothing in there.
Yeah. It's like,
Probably
you got some
good.
Splenda for this or what? So,
I didn't know about the song. That's
yeah,
fun.
it was very sweet. Very cute.
Your punch though, packed a punch.
The privateer punch was different.
It was nice.
Also, Jeff and Isaac, I think were close, but I think Jeff's best friend might have been Sarah Flippo.
Oh my gosh, yes. So Sarah, let's talk about Sarah Flippo real quick. I don't know if there's a person that I've had a harder time figuring out than Sarah Flippo in my life. I mean, just so the first thing, I don't know your first interaction with her. First interaction
I
with
picked
me.
her from the airport.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My first.
She had the rum though.
She had the rum.
Had she? Because like that would explain the law now.
No, I don't.
No?
I don't. First thing I like meet her, I go to shake her hand, and she shook my hand up and down like it was a roller coaster. She's like, "Nice to meet you." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, cool." Yeah, just one of the funnier people I've ever met, honestly, but just so random. And yeah, specifically, every time this guy would get done with the song, you would have thought the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. I mean, every single time, just freaking out. So yeah, she was just absolutely going crazy, singing along. So shout out to Sarah.
Awesome. I was really analyzing. I was like, I told Rachel, I was like, she's nailing like the enthusiasm, not being like overly loud, but she's perfected the nice scream.
Yes,
it was perfect.
Yes,
it was so funny.
It was a great memory. I just realized we didn't talk very much about the actual filming of the Jean Shorts video because I looked over at Brandon and I thought of a funny time of the Jean Shorts
That guy's
video.
been passed out.
Let's read another ad read and then we can talk about it.
I don't have it pulled up. I just wanted to do that.
One more time.
Okay, goodranchers.com. They have supplied all the meat for us this week, which is fun.
All the meat. Come on,
all the meat. Doghouse meat.
I mean, we're talking steak, we're talking chicken, we're talking Wagyu beef burgers, y'all.
And bacon.
And the bacon. Yeah, so much. 10 pounds of bacon, something like that they sent us. People said it was the best burgers they've ever had. I don't know if would everyone say that probably? Yeah. Yeah, so good. We're actually having some chicken nuggies tonight from Good Ranchers. So if you don't know who Good Ranchers is, it's a meat subscription service. They can send you chicken, beef, bacon. That's about it. But man, is it good. Burgers.
Is good. Their tagline is American meat delivered, and they have never and will never source meat from outside the United States. It's pretty rare in the meat world. 85% of grass-fed beef is imported from overseas. No thanks.
No thanks. How many percentage of beef is imported for Good Ranchers from overseas?
0.
That's what I thought. Let's go.
That was quite the word problem there for a second.
And it is coming up into summer. What do you think of when you think of summer?
Grilling out.
That's right, brother. Grilling out over in the great outdoors, right? Genuinely, though, I'm really excited. I'm trying to be more and more hospitable, have people over, and obviously it's really fun to invite people over and grill Good Ranchers. So just recently had my parents come over with my sister and her family, and we had Good Ranchers steaks and Good Ranchers chicken. And my parents were very pleased with it. And they've actually ordered some Good Ranchers now. So
I was talking to Jensen.
Yes.
He's the attractive one who sings to women.
Yes.
This morning, and he claims that he started drinking chike in the morning and eating Good Ranchers for his meat, and he's lost 10 pounds.
Hello, baby!
It just might be a little anecdotal. I don't know.
Unofficially, Good Ranchers will lose you a lot of weight and make you attractive.
Yes.
And can get you free sangria on a boat.
They've got a new kind of offer for the Ghosties. The code is still GRKC, but now you can get $30 off America's Best Meat.
Was 20, now it's 30. So get out there.
Ramping it up a little bit.
Yeah, we really appreciate them as a sponsor. And genuinely, I mean, they send us a ton of meat, literally a lot of meat. So
let me put it this way. It's quite a bit.
Isaac and Brooks filled up an entire, like the biggest Yeti cooler you can think of, filled it up, and they brought it up here. I mean, yeah, huge amount of meat. And so cannot thank Good Ranchers enough. They really bent over backwards in order to give us the meat that we had for the trip, and we're very thankful.
Good Ranchers, American Meat Delivered. GoodRanchers.com. Go to GRKC.
Doghouse.
Anyway,
Jean Shorts video.
Jean Shorts video. Yeah, it was Sheltered Kid Goes to a Party.
Yeah.
I think is what the title will probably be.
Yep.
And it was good. It's always a little interesting filming this kind of stuff with an audience, just because I don't want people to feel like they need to laugh out loud at every single line, because it's not laugh out loud funny.
Right.
You know.
Especially because like we usually rehearse the line a time or two before we actually film it.
So the element of surprise is already gone too.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, this isn't.
Yeah.
But when the video's all edited and everything, then I think it'll be cool. Like, oh wow, that was way better in person. Because in person, I was kind of.
I was just telling people, I was like, it's amazing how much once you edit the video, like how much faster it gets, how much more entertaining it can be, And so, yeah.
And there were so many
people
things-
were like, man, that was not a very good video.
I heard the murmurs. Yeah. I got put in the wrong group text. But there were so many scenes we had to film where it's like, hey, we're going to put in music afterwards.
Yes.
So I was like, this feels a little lame in the moment, but I know it'll be good.
And what's funny is that, honestly, I think probably half of us were sheltered kids, like growing up.
Yeah.
And so them trying to act like the non-sheltered kids with the sheltered kid at the party was like sometimes like, okay, maybe dance a little more than that, or, whatever. It was just funny to watch, like, some of these like groups of people. It's like, okay, get a little bit closer, whatever. But my favorite thing is when I was thinking of Brandon, I see him over here, is he was just going to be passed out one time and like at the party. So he's literally just like hunched, like almost half of his back is like behind the chair, like hunched backwards and just like passed out. And it was just so funny. I think you said something about like, hey man, I'm worried. Do you like, are you asleep? Like, do you need to go to the chiropractor?
I don't know
what he said. Yeah.
But it was great. And that also reminds me too. Well, yeah, just there's so many people who are here who's like, oh, Brandon and I have a selfie together. I'm sorry, Brandon, I didn't remember taking that selfie, but it was fun when he showed it to me. He's like, hey, we took a selfie together.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And there were so many people here who like I've seen before on shows, and how Isaac and I were talking. Isaac and I going on tour together.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Hello.
But how
Sling that merch, baby.
Buy some merch from me.
Buy some merch. Okay.
Tip them too. Tip what he knows in person.
like
Yeah, tip them.
already get so excited on tour when it's like you see someone at Ghostrunners merch. It's like, oh, these people, like they know me.
They're my people,
I'm excited to see them. But how much more fun it would be for these 30 people to see them on the road? I know. I was hyping Isaac up. I was like, this will be so fun when we see Brandon in a show.
I don't know if what I expected from this week completely, but it's been so fun to like become friends with you all. Like that's what's so cool is it's not like I know that you guys are fans of ours, but it's not, I don't think it'll ever feel like that ever again. Yeah, we're family. Yeah, absolutely. Genuinely though, like I don't know. Maybe you still feel intimidated by us. I hope not after all this time. But I feel like we are just all friends now, and it's just so cool. And yeah, I can't wait to see you guys again sometime. So.
Yeah. One other thing on the shelter kid stuff, I was talking to the Millers family a lot. Dr. Ben is the
which, by the way, Catherine thought he was a like MD.
No. What a disappointment!
And so she was gonna she was like, oh my gosh, yeah, what a disappointment. She did it. She genuinely was like, well, he's not a doctor, he's a dentist.
Right.
And I was like, Catherine, she's like, I didn't mean it like that. Anyway, not a real one. Yeah. But Catherine was like, I don't know if she was truly going to, but she was like, I was thinking about asking him some questions or something. And I love the idea of her being like, so,
home births,
elbow joints. Like, is it just because of the humidity, or can I do anything about that? And Ben's like, well, fluoride, is pretty effective, I guess, for that. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm asking her about my sensitive nose. I know it's so close to the
I know
mouth.
it sounds crazy, but I jumped in a lot, right? Ben's just like the nicest guy ever, too. So he's like
Googling it.
Let me, I don't know. I have some other real doctor friends that might know this.
But we were talking, I think I was talking with Courtney. She's like, it's so fun kind of watching these. She's like, because I think I married a sheltered kid too. And I was like, I feel like Rachel's always making fun of me. Like, that's a sheltered kid moment in real life or whatever. And so we'd already established that. And then the very next day is when we played Fishbowl. And Dr. Ben was trying to get everyone, he was doing the charades portion. And the word was mushroom.
So he's trying to act out mushrooms.
And so he reads it. And this, you're going to have to watch this part. It's not going to make sense audio-wise, but it's like,
and we're like, what? Pots, marijuana,
smoking marijuana.
Yeah, and he like picks stuff from the ground. We're like, yeah, marijuana.
Yeah. And then he was like trying to like, whoa, small. And then we were like, mushroom? He's like, yeah, mushroom. Like, is that how you smoke your mushrooms?
And then the funny thing was, I was like, I didn't know that you don't smoke mushroom. I don't know how that works.
I don't think you do.
I learned that you eat them.
Yeah. So that was kind of a funny thing.
Yeah, that was
Dr. Ben smokes mushrooms.
If I could, my line of thinking was just drugs, and then just going from there.
That's fair. The charades can be really hard in Fishbowl, so you did a great job, man. But anyway, the filming was fun. I think the most fun part was at the very end. Whatever was that, Wiz Khalifa? I don't know. Is it KB Lecrae? I don't even know what we played. Waka Flocka Flame. See. And it's like, what was that? Like
either Wiz Khalifa or
Young Gravy. No, an inside joke. An inside joke with Isaac for the longest time when I was in youth ministry and Isaac was in high school was anytime any rap song would come on, it genuinely could be like a Christian rap song or whatever. I just be like, hey, is this Kendrick? And so anyway, Walk a Flock of Flame came on and you did some dancing. And then right after that was like the end of the video and we were just partying in the living room here. That was really fun.
And then I think we took it to the pool.
And then we took it to the pool. That started the vibes. So, yeah. Let's see.
I have some other things written down for the beach day, the nonstop action day.
Please.
I just think, if you listen to the podcast, you probably hear like, oh yeah, Isaac has all these concussions. He broke both of his arms at the same time. Like he gets injured all the time. Like, but this is stories over a multitude of years.
Yeah.
How much does he really injure himself? These ghosties got to see firsthand. 90 seconds in being on the beach, Isaac broke his toe or did some sort of like bone bruise on his foot.
Yeah, Laura took a video of it.
We have a clip.
Oh, you do have a video of it. It's fun. We do have a lot of footage for this podcast episode, which would be fun.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, poor Isaac. He's just like, dude, I think I like broke my toe or something. It's a nasty bruise today. Poor guy. But he's still like pushing through. And so he still plays volleyball with us. Well, of course, gets a nosebleed during volleyball, which is just so hilarious. Like it's not even like dry here. It's like very, very humid.
I don't know
like
how
Arizona,
that
it's like, oh yeah, maybe.
Right.
But Dr. Ben. Ask Dr. Ben.
Ask Dr. Ben.
Primary healthcare physician.
Yeah.
But Isaac was still wanted to play volleyball. I think the game was almost over, right? Like 19 points. He starts bleeding, so he doesn't want to get on his hands. So
Bleeding.
He's just bleeding his nose. And so he starts wiping it on his shoulders. It's getting more intense. And he looks just like, I don't know, like he just slaughtered a pig. And
he looked like the volleyball in Castaway. That's what he looked. He looked like Wilson.
Looked like Tom Hanks had painted him to have a friend.
Yeah.
And so, he just had blood all over his face on both shoulders, and it's running down his elbow.
It looked kind of cool, honestly.
It did look kind of cool, and he had a broken toe, so that was kind of fun. And then one other thing I wrote down, shout out Michaela Stiles. Because sure, just people were like, I don't care what it's for. Shut up for her. But we were just talking about how much fun that day was of just nonstop sports or all the games you've done in the pool. And she said, I have never felt more like myself than like playing sports with you guys.
Awesome.
And I didn't admit this because I was like, I didn't want to ruin the moment, and also I was embarrassed at the time. But I was tearing up listening to Michaela talk about like what this trip has meant to her and how much fun we've been having, because it really has just been
now I'm
amazing.
getting tearing up.
I know, that's how I felt last night. I was like, holy cow,
that's
I gotta go to the bathroom or something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hide some bands downstairs.
Yeah. I'm gonna check on Isaac's toe real quick. So
it's just she had some really cool things to say, and so I wrote that down. Didn't want to forget that.
Heck
it was great. She also said she said something to her husband like, this is the most fun I've ever had by myself.
Yeah. I mean, like.
After the 3 kids, for the wedding day. This is it. This is fifth.
She loves her family.
Yeah,
she loves her family.
She's a family woman.
Oh, that's great. Wow, that's really cool. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think obviously the activities have been wonderful and the games have been wonderful, but like, it's just been so fun to like actually have cool conversations with everybody. I think, real conversations.
People are great. Easy to talk to.
Absolutely.
Good times. So that was another thing too, just going into this trip when people are like, how are you feeling? You're about to be sleeping with some strangers. And I would kind of tell people like, I'm not worried about it, but I do think we will learn a lot from a logistics standpoint, or, just there's so much, we've never done this before.
Sure.
Jensen was even asking, he's like, I've seen like other podcasts do this, and that's kind of where you got this idea. And I was like, I don't know if this has ever happened in the history of podcasting.
That's the coolest thing about all this is that like we had confidence that like, there's going to be like quirky people, like, of course, but like there's not going to be anybody that's going to be like, okay, this person's volatile and we can't invite them, because we know Ghosties well enough to be like, there's not going to be anybody wild, like we can do this.
I was kind of telling them, I was like, I feel like it takes a very unique audience, or even just unique podcasts, like, because it can't be too big. Like, it has to be kind of a medium size, and you have to feel like you have this trust.
We're huge.
Yeah, well, I was just being humble for them.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So going into it, I was told people like, I think we'll learn a lot, but for the most part, I feel like just copy and paste for the most part. Like, this is great. This is a no-brainer that we do this again.
Absolutely.
I mean, we did still learn stuff, but it's not like, okay, that was good that we did it once, and now we will try and do things a different way.
Yeah, Catherine's never coming back to something like this. No. Joking. You weren't. I was kidding.
He's being sarcastic.
Yeah, sarcastic. You got to defend your puzzle crown. No, yeah, absolutely. It was very fun. So,
but yeah, it's been great. Something that happened this morning. I'm brushing my teeth in the bathroom, and
shout out Dr. Ben.
And basically, well, when I woke up this morning to Derek had sent me and Trey a mood swings video that he'd edited. He's like, I want you to like look at this and see like, oh yeah, I already told some people. Kayla's already loving it. He's like, hey, like check this out, like send me some notes or whatever. You know, what do you think? And so I'm like, once the day gets going, I'm not gonna have time for this. I'm gonna try and do this like as soon as I can right now. And so like while I'm going to the bathroom, I'm watching it. While I'm brushing my teeth, I'm watching it. Well, Adam walks into the shared bathroom while I'm brushing my teeth as I'm watching this mood swings video. And he was just like, how often would you say you watch your own videos?
Jake's just like, man, I look good in this one. Oh yeah.
I feel like he was just like being very, very like, I'm not gonna judge you.
He was like serious.
He was just like,
he's like, no problem, dude. It's fine.
I don't talk to a lot of YouTubers. Like, how often would you say you? And dude, I could not like explain it fast enough.
Oh
like,
my
Derek,
gosh.
send it over. I was just have to give notes for the other. I was so just instantly embarrassed. Like just the idea that part of my morning routine is watching my own videos.
Yeah, wake up, brush your teeth, and admire yourself.
Yeah, wow, look at that.
Oh, that's incredible.
I was so just like mortified. Like I see how it looks, and I swear I'm like, do you want to see the text? Like I could show you where Derek sent this over. It's an unlisted video. It's not even out. So
that's
was
so great.
Yeah, it was a good start to the day.
Oh man.
So,
yeah, just walking in like, no, dude, I wasn't watching. Yeah.
No. Yeah.
No. that was somebody that sounds like me. Okay. That's awesome. That's great. Okay. Oh, we have one more ad read.
Yes, we do. Check. That was fun.
You like that? little pause before I did it. Yeah.
Chike's doing a little Mother's Day promo,
Hello.
which is fun. Hey, Mom.
What is Chike exactly?
Oh, see.
Hey, Chike, Chike.
Yeah, I mean, you guys know they're amazing, but they're protein powder coffee, and they sponsored the trip. They gave everyone like little bags. They gave us some big old bags.
Oh, shout out to Gabe. Gabe got some of their sunglasses. Wore them in the tumultuous storms of the waves and lost them in 4 minutes. So somewhere that one whale in the ocean has some Chike sunglasses on.
I think Gabe was thinking this is how we grow Chike. Really,
right. You know, spread it to the ends of the earth.
Actually, that was really funny. It was because I was on the same team as Maddie and Gabe for volleyball, and so I got to see the whole marital conversation. Like, hey, would you want to put on some sunglasses? We're on this, and he's like, no, I'm fine. I think you sure don't want some sunglasses? Like, there's some sunglasses over here.
I noticed that you kind of set that one out of bounds a little bit there. Gabe. Maybe you should I don't know.
It's because the sun. Anyway, it was fine, but it was just like there were a couple just suggestions to wear the sunglasses. Gabe finally puts them on, goes in the ocean, just immediately loses them. I was like, oh, you better find those where Maddie sees you. And then, but we still had extra free ones, and so
I don't know.
It was like. Yeah. Well, like last night we did it. So someone was like, Gabe, why don't you just have this? And Maddie was like, he doesn't deserve them. He had his chance. He had his chance at the sunglasses. But yeah, that was nice of Chike to send us these nice sunglasses.
Fun glasses.
As well.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's been fun too to see how many people are like Chike users.
Yes.
Too. Like customers, you would say.
Yes, absolutely. Users.
Use the Chike.
I need some more Chike, huh?
But anyway, yeah. If you have a mom or know someone that does, then this offer's for you.
Okay.
Would you fall into that?
I do have a mom, and I know somebody who does.
Sounds like this is perfect for you. So for anyone who orders between May 2nd and May 8th, so that they come in by Mother's Day. Isaac just passed out. He just fell to the ground. If you order between May 2nd and May 8th and spend $75 at Chike.com,
or more,
you get it has to be on the dot.
Man, tax kills me here.
And more than $75, you get a free glass tumbler thrown in, which I'm looking at it. Pretty trendy little tumbo. Look at that.
Oh, I have one of those, and they are trendy and tumbos. Yeah, they are cool.
So that's going on. Additionally, code Ghostrunners for you will get 15% off your order on Chike.com, CHIKE.com.
Yeah.
or link in description.
Shout out to Chike, another one of our awesome sponsors. So support them, get them. You try it, you'll love it.
Anyone have a favorite flavor here? What have we been liking?
Peanut butter cup. Oh. Okay. Chai. Chai. Anybody else? Sweet cream, maybe. Sweet cream ice cream. Yeah. Oh, little birthday cake action. Good. Yeah.
Fun. Yeah, it's just fun to people are buying it.
Yeah,
You know, when you meet people in person.
Yeah, Patrick just said he ordered 3 big bags.
3 big old bags?
I'm talking 3 big bags, brother.
So that's fun. So thank you, Chike, for sponsoring the pod, giving us free stuff. Check them out. Chike.com, use code Ghostrunners.
I will say another thing about Brandon is the first 2 days, not today, I'm sorry, I missed it, but he did something called Brandon's Coffee Corner.
Oh, I love Brandon's Coffee Corner.
And so the first day I get up, and I don't think it was 7:30 maybe, and Brandon just, were you doing laps in the pool, or did I just see you while you were swimming a little bit at one point?
I was just swimming around.
Yeah, baby. Just swimming. He's in there by himself, and I'm like, man, it'd be fun to get to know this guy just one-on-one a little bit. So I went and talked to him, and Brandon was double fisting a little. Well, maybe it was just Chike. Was it just Chike at that point?
I had some Chike and some hot coffee from
Main Street Roasters.
Main Street
Absolutely.
Roasters.
Yeah, he had both of them, and he was just living his best life. So it was just great to get some good time with Brandon with the Main Street or Brandon's Coffee Corner. So did you have it again today and I missed it?
I did.
Okay.
It was a little later today.
Okay.
But
bummer. I'm sorry. Tomorrow, maybe. I don't know when you fly out. I don't know. Anyway.
But yeah, I love that. Just he's got his little corner in the pool and just posts it up every morning.
Absolutely.
Hey, Brandon's Coffee Corner, 7 a.m. You want to come by?
Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
I wrote down girls love reading things while driving. Just been driving just minivan full of women all week, and I'll tell you, they can read like you wouldn't believe.
You're talking about while in the passenger seats of while you're driving.
While the car is being driven.
Okay.
They can, how English works and how top to bottom, left to right.
Yeah.
They can read that.
They
will do it out loud.
Yeah.
Pretty much the whole ride.
Out loud?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Do you actually not know what I mean? Just Dollar General.
Oh, you're talking about. I was thinking that girls were reading their books. Were you guys thinking that?
I knew exactly what he was talking about.
That's my bad.
Okay,
I could have done better.
You're saying girls love
announcing their capability of reading.
Oh, okay. Call 188-JUNGLE LAW for if you've been involved in an accident. Yeah.
They love it. Yeah, just anything that's in English, they will read it out.
Yeah, that's so true, dude.
Prima Bowls.
Catherine does that. Yeah. Especially if it's a cute lettering or 38 bike and pedal. 38 pedal and pizza.
Beachy Bean Coffee Co.
That looks cute. That's fun.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Mint Bikes.
Oh.
But it was funny hearing Kaylee talk about it because she was very self-aware. She's like, I just can't help it. She was like, I had a big moment. She's like, when I came to F12 and rode around with you girls and met you guys, she's like, not only did I not know that other people did it, I didn't know that I did it. She was like, and then I started riding around with you. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a habit I have. And I found my people who also do it.
Wow.
So it's like it's a thing.
Does it turn into a game where you guys are trying to say it before the other person or something? I'm amazed by this. That's so sweet.
Just reading.
I will say another fun thing for speaking of reading. There was one time we were playing some raucous game downstairs. Maybe we were going to the pool or something. And I walk upstairs and there's just 5 or 6 girls just huddled around each other, all reading books, different books, just kind of hanging out and having a little reading time. And I was like, that's sweet. I don't think guys would ever do that. I'm gonna go throw a football around, but anyway, that was a fun time to see. So
last thing I had written down.
Yeah.
I think Jensen and Isaac are dating.
Oh. Yes, bromance central, man. Yeah, Jensen and Isaac are just the best of buddies.
I feel like they're always sneaking off together. Where were you guys? Oh, we were walking along the beach.
Yeah.
Jensen, I woke up one morning to Jensen waking up Isaac.
Hey, buddy, it's gonna be a great day.
Hey, I'll see you up there for breakfast. Okay.
Okay. What do you want me to get something started for you?
He literally did that this morning. He was like, "Hey, everyone's heading out for acai bowls. You want me to get you something?"
Okay, yeah. So last night I was in the boat next to Jensen and Isaac, and jokingly they kind of were he was almost doing the Titanic thing where he was hugging Isaac and they were looking out in the waves.
King of the world.
Yeah. And so I took a picture of them, and then later on, I was like, Catherine, do you see those? You see those dolphins? And she's like, yeah, I saw them. I was like, I got a picture of them, and I showed her the picture of Isaac and Jensen. Yeah, that's been fun to see. It's been fun to see new friendships, made, and hopefully we'll carry on outside of 30A. So,
and we will all be reconvening in like 4 or 5 days because the first stop on the tour is in Columbus, and so Jensen's coming.
Hello.
So
let's go.
I thought maybe someone else was gonna be here. So yeah, me, Isaac, Jensen, be hanging out again soon.
Awesome.
Fun. Do you want to end this? Well, where do you want to go next?
I was wondering if anybody wanted to play for some bands.
Okay, that's what I was saying. Get some bands. Get some bands up in here.
Let's get some bands up in here. We just have a few trivia questions from the week. I think it's just going to be kind of first one to shout it out gets it kind of thing. And so, Patrick, just kind of be ready to whip that thing around if you want to.
Patrick's like, I want bands.
And let's just ask a few questions, see if anybody can remember anything.
Okay. The home that we were staying in, what is the house number? 181. Bang. Who was that back there? Gabo. There's 2.
Wow. Very good. Okay. Let's say I'm gonna go with this one. This is a 3-bander. The names of all the people working on the ship last night.
Jeff and Connor.
Bang.
Boom.
Jensen.
3 bands. I owe you 3 bands.
These are your bands.
Okay. Are you looking?
No. I was just trying to spell.
Okay. How about 1 band each for anybody who can name a song that Jeff sang last night?
Yeah. Oh.
This is a bad idea. I don't know why I did this. Something orange. Candy shop.
Tell me what you like.
I'm giving just to Michaela. I'm sorry. That was a bad idea.
Take some bands.
Call for him.
He did a swimming pools too. Did anybody say swimming pools?
I did. I said that.
The question is over. Next question. What was the name of the woman who played volleyball with us? Oh, heard it from Brandon. Maybe because he's closest.
Very good.
Sit closer to me next time.
Name 5 games that Gabe has in his truck. Don't answer, both of you.
Beer, frisbee, volleyball, spike ball.
Can Jam, spike ball.
Can Jam, floaty spike ball.
Ooh, good.
Bands.
Hey, bands. Don't answer if this is you. Who got here first?
Harris's.
Yes. Very good. I was about to say Harrison. Sorry, what guest got here first? What guest got here last?
Adam. I heard it from over there
Flippo,
first.
yeah.
Flippo.
Adam Kosh. Who came from the farthest?
Patrick.
Yeah, you knew it. I should have said.
I'll take his bench for him.
Hey. You can't. Wait, he said you can't answer if it was you.
He didn't on that one though.
Who else answered it?
What is the code for the golf cart?
Ooh.
2043.
2319.
2043, I believe, is the answer.
Is it you? Did you get it? Good job.
Anybody
Brandon.
know the code for the bikes? Who said that one first? Okay. How old is Isaac McDonald?
23.
Bang.
22. 22. Name 3 ghosties from Pennsylvania.
Oh. Your questions have like a list.
I know. I'm sorry. I like Sarah Ming for that one. Yeah.
Sarah Mingo. Where'd you go?
What was the name of the game that?
Oh, free bands.
What was the name of the game we played that revolved around puns?
Michaela Styles.
Yeah, Styles, very good. Puns of Anarchy.
What is the name of? I'll get yours. What is the name of the property management?
360 Blue.
Woo! Wow. You
Where
must have
was the
married a
meat
doctor.
provided from? Good job.
I got 2.
That's all I got.
Oh, yeah, that's all I had as well.
Very good. Okay,
And that's bands.
and that's been bands.
That's been bands.
You wanna
That's
do
fun.
some-
I can't wait for tonight. I guess we didn't really explain this. Tonight is the night. We have still a couple more surprises, I guess, of sorts. But one of the things that they do know is coming, which we'll be able to talk about this next Monday on the podcast, is the treasure room.
Yep.
So we have all these prizes, but Brad had a good idea. Like, instead of just saying like, hey, first place prize is this, whoever has the most bands gets this. What it is just first place prize is whoever comes in first gets first pick.
Yeah.
So we're going to have like a bedroom, maybe Brad and Catherine's bedroom.
That is a good prize. I wish.
I wish.
I don't know what any of that means.
Yeah.
Don't read too far into any of that.
Basically, you just get first pick to go into the treasure room.
Yeah.
And no one knows what's in there, only the person in the treasure room. And you just come out with one item. And I think it's going to be so fun when they come out and they show what they got. You're like, oh, wow. Yeah. There's,
Yeah.
gack in there.
Yeah. Blue goo. What that? Yeah. Blue slime. Yeah. Whatever that was from Clue last night. Okay. Do you want to do a few voice memos?
Yeah. Well, should we do reviews, jingles, and then voice memos? Or
Sure. Doesn't matter. Gosh, Rachel Coop does lose things all the time. It's amazing.
So Rachel's outfit right now, she is wearing a purple, like, athletic dress.
Moo. No, I'm just kidding.
And then a sweatshirt on top, but then brown sweatpants underneath. It's quite the look.
A vibe. A true vibe. Okay, yeah, we can end this episode and then we can do the voice memos for next week. Is that cool?
Truly whatever.
That's great. Yeah.
Okay, do reviews of the week.
Okay,
Cool. What was it? Where to go? Oh, mine's from Public Goo number 1. Hey, Brad and Jake. I've struggled with social media addiction basically ever since I first downloaded Instagram. I've tried many different solutions and I've had to say deleting your entire account is the best one. That does make sense. That'll get rid of it. But if that's not an option for you, I recommend deleting the app and only logging on through Safari, Google, or whatever your search engine may be. The apps are much less user-friendly and 10x less immersive.
Okay.
Thanks. I find it to be much easier to pull myself away within the first few minutes and have been wasting a lot less time on my phone. Granted, I still do struggle with getting sucked in from time to time, but overall this has helped me tremendously, and I hope this has the potential to help you as well. Thanks for being awesome, Lily.
Oh, thanks,
helpful.
Lily.
Yeah, didn't have a ton to say about the podcast, but, still helpful.
Hey, I'm still working on it. The other night, Brooks was like helping us like with the t-shirt sizes as we're filling stuff in, and out of nowhere he's like, do you have a time limit on your Google Docs, dude? I was like,
yeah, he goes crazy.
Sorry. Yeah. So anyway, mine is from Jen Smith 27, 5 stars. It says, makes me run when I don't want to. She said, love these guys. I listen on my runs at least 2 days a week when I don't feel like getting out on the trails. They help me do it anyway, since at least I'll get to laugh the whole way. Thanks for all you guys do. Looking forward to the episode when Timon gets engaged.
Hello.
Kind of to piggyback on this review, Courtney Miller told us that she walks a lot and had a baby 15 months ago, and said that we helped her, to take some of the baby fat off. Is that weird to say? As baby fat, is that the right thing? But baby weight, yeah, fat. Sorry, gosh.
I think.
Oh, I'm embarrassed.
Baby belly.
I wish. Anyway, it's just fun to hear when people are like, yeah, it's just fun to hear when people say they, are listening to us and working out and whatever. It's just cool.
So fun.
Anyway, that's all I was trying to say, Courtney. I'm sorry. She's like the most fit person ever. So yeah, I don't feel that bad about it, but
yeah. Cool. All right. Wait, did you read yours?
Yeah, I just did.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Do you want to end this episode with a jingle?
Yeah, I do. It's going to be fun. Just a second. It's going to be fun because no one else is going to be able to hear the music.
Yeah.
Okay. Mic check. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to pull something up. It's nice, though, because you can't hear anything I'm saying. Or I can't hear you very well. Okay, this jingle is coming from Charlie Saunders.
Thank you, Charlo.
I think this is a new one. He submitted it through our our submission form on our website.
Thanks.
Which I didn't even know we had, which is fun. So,
ready?
All right, this is just, I'm not going to look at you guys. It's going to be so weird because all you're going to hear is me talking. All right, go ahead.
Here we go. That was fun that you did that, Brad. That was a good idea.
Oh, thank you.
Now their name has been said on the podcast.
Heck yeah.
Fun. Well, to everyone listening.
Oh, it's so quiet once I take off those headphones. Was that so awkward for you guys? It sounded pretty cool in the headphones. Oh my gosh, I feel uncomfortable now thinking about that.
No, it was nice.
Thanks.
It was good.
Okay.
I promise. Yeah. Thanks for all the Ghosties who are here in person. This
Yes.
has been an electric week.
Truly
I will
awesome.
talk about this for a long time and how
Yes.
special it was, and hopefully more to come. But also
Absolutely.
thanks to everyone who's just listening or watching at home right now. Thanks for listening to our podcast. And we'll see you guys next Stupid. We'll see you on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
We'll see you on Wednesday.
Love you guys. You guys are truly amazing. We appreciate it.
Wednesday's episode is going to be voice memos in person from all these people in here. So it should be fun. You'll get to hear more from the people who came on the trip and be still, on location here in Florida.
And let me just end it. Can I end it with this?
Go nuts.
Ghosties in Florida, on your feet! Yeah!
Nice.
Woo, woo, woo. Woo, woo, woo.
Ghostrunners podcast. Everybody.